Hello, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Shivangi Lahoty, aka your designer Didi, and in today's video, we are going to be doing Seedhi Baat No Bakwas. Oh my god, that sounds so fun. Okay, maybe just in my head. Anyway, getting back to the point. So NIFT 2023 is right around the corner, and I have 4 big tips for you which will help you navigate your CAT exam. Now, these are tips I share with my students in Designer Shala, and this is the first time I'm sharing everything and in so much detail. So make sure that you stick around till the end of this video. And without wasting any time, let's quickly get started. Number 1 advice for you guys is when you get the question paper in your hands, instead of jumping the gun and immediately starting to attempt it because you're just excited or nervous or thinking that time kam ho jayega, please skim through the entire question paper, look at all the questions. Usually for NIFT, you have standard 3 to 4 questions, and within those, you have multiple options. Go through all the options in detail, think and brainstorm on how you could attempt it in the best and most creative way. And when you feel confident that this question, I can attempt it in the most innovative way, or I have the most innovative ideas for this one, go ahead and tick on it with a pencil so that you don't lose track of which question you were attempting. And then my biggest cheat here is create a rough sketch. Use stick figures, create a rough sketch right on the corner of the sheet just for yourself, as to understand how your composition would look like or what your actual idea is. Put down the keywords that you want to make sure are a part of the answer, and make sure you do this without fail. Trust me, when you plan before execution, you're going to do so much better rather than just going and plain executing. My number 2 advice for you guys is that make sure that you go ahead and practice a few human figures. I know that we all dread human figures. Raise your hands and leave a comment if you don't like human figures, because trust me, I know it's really difficult. I've had like hundreds of students cry about it every single time, but what has worked is, instead of doing multiple human figures and confusing yourself, stick to learning a few, maybe one in a sitting position, one in a walking position, one in a standing position, one leaning, things of such sort, and have maybe a baby or a kid that you're drawing, and practice those to the T for the next 18-19 days so that you nail that and perfect that. And then when a question comes which includes composition drawing, you can just put those human figures wherever. Right? Those can just be your human figures. Visualize them as like cutouts which you're just cutting and pasting into your composition. Do the same for mascot drawing as well. Practice a few mascots, have them ready, and no matter what the question comes, just make sure that you use that mascot in some way.
Hi, now that we are halfway through the video and you know 2 tips already, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button and like this video if you're enjoying the video so far. Honestly, it would mean the world to me.
Advice number 3 for you guys is that NIFT judges you on your innovation and creative ability. They don't just judge you on your drawing skills. So instead of focusing purely on your drawing skills, also take out the time to think about innovative concepts and innovative themes. These themes can act as like your theme bank, where you have like 5 to 6 sort of themes in mind, which you can use as and when you have a question that sort of resonates with it. And these could be generic themes, like for example, फ्लावर्स हमको सबको बनाने आते हैं या बनाने पड़ते हैं, किसी ना किसी तरीके से हम बना सकते हैं. इट कैन लुक ब्यूटिफुल, बट इमेजिन इफ आई टेल यू माई थीम इज द गार्डन ऑफ ईडन, you know, or my theme is enchanted garden. As soon as I say it, it sounds very fantastical, it sounds very exotic, and it sounds like there's a concept to it, right? So go ahead and have these kind of themes in mind already, which you can then later use. For example, something related to sci-fi, something futuristic, something related to a social cause. Keep a few of those handy, and don't just keep them handy. Have elements that you practice relevant to it, related to it, so that you can use it if a question arises, along those lines. Now, my 4th and last advice that I give all my students is that instead of scoring 0, it's okay to score a 5. The reason why I'm saying this is because whenever you get the question paper, don't just start working on one question and then going into detail and spending like an hour and a half on that one question and then not having time for the other questions. Create rough sketches, and by rough, I don't mean like very untidy. What I mean to say is have like rough gestures and light drawings for all the questions done before and then start adding details. What happens when you do that is that you've attempted the question. So if worst case scenario you're not able to complete the paper, or you don't have enough time to complete the entire paper, at least you've attempted, and they can't give you a 0 if you've attempted. They'll at least give you a 5, and that's better than not getting anything at all. That's it. These are my 4 big advices for you for the CAT entrance examinations for NIFT 2023. If you're sitting for the examinations this year, I wish you all the very best. And if you're watching this video in 2024 or maybe 2070, I wish you all the best nonetheless. And make sure, if you like this video, give it a big fat thumbs up and leave me a lovely comment and let me know what kind of videos you would want for me to film next.